On April 25th, Chinese officials reported South Sudanese President Salva Kiir had left his scheduled Beijing trip 3 days earlier than expected, raising suspicions that something went wrong during the exchange. The meeting with China, South Sudan's primary oil shareholder and consumer, follows 3 weeks of military flare-ups between South Sudan and Sudan surrounding the Heglig oil fields. On April 10th, South Sudan unexpectedly seized Heglig, located within the Sudanese border state of southern Kordofan. The town is a logistical hub for the Heglig oil fields that span the border between southern Kordofan and Unity states. South Sudan held the town for 10 days before Sudan's military could dislodge South Sudanese forces and pro-Juba rebel proxies. Sudan and South Sudan are both currently engaged in military campaigns to seize oil fields in a nebulous borderland to strengthen their respective bargaining positions in negotiations for a final border demarcation. The disputed border area represents the most oil-rich region found throughout the Sudans. While Sudan has the military and financial advantage, South Sudan maintains considerable rebel allegiances within the area that can impede Sudan's intensifying offense to seize disputed oil fields. Heglig was a critical target, representing around 60,000 barrels per day of Sudanese oil exports, or near half of Sudan's overall production. China, who is the majority stakeholder of the GNOPC, or Greater Nile Petroleum Operating Company, within Heglig, is also the primary investor of the oil infrastructure within the area, which post-attack has been compromised. Sudan is using its military advantage as a mechanism to shift the political negotiations over the border to its favor. Key to Sudan's success is its ability to demonstrate to foreign stakeholders, namely China, that it can seize, hold, and most importantly continue the production and export of oil. The Heglig situation, however, did not inspire confidence in Sudan's ability to keep the oil flowing while the two continue to fight over physical control of oil fields. It's unclear how long Heglig will remain offline, as its pipelines and main power station have been destroyed, but the damage certainly caught China's attention. South Sudan, in the more desperate position, predictably turned to China for stronger backing at this stage of the conflict. The problem that China has is that the cost of the investment in Sudan is skyrocketing, and their ability to walk a tightrope in this conflict is narrowing drastically by the day. Neutrality has been the historic and logistical strategy for China to try and contain the conflict and minimize damage to its infrastructure. Sudan appears willing to apply military force to seize the assets without much regard for collateral damage, while South Sudan has the option of threatening sabotage by destroying energy infrastructure to hold China's attention. The reality is that the military phase of this conflict still has a long way to go, and in that time, the cost of neutrality for China is becoming increasingly intolerable.